Welcome back. This is Vanessa Cardenas, trusted advisor for betrayal and transformation. Alrighty, we're at number 1. Here we go. We are going to absolutely jump in. So, first and foremost, in case you missed it, I'm going to make a bold statement. You will heal. You will learn to feel safe again. You will learn to trust again. You will learn to love again, and you will learn to live again by your own design. Now, keep in mind that we have 7 modules to go through together. You can do them daily if you'd like. You can skip a little bit in terms of go through one module, wait a couple of days, digest the information, let it soak in, and then continue on with module 2, 3, 4, and so forth. Okay. All this time that we have together, you do need to keep in mind that while your world's shattered in an instant, it does take a bit of time to heal. And you will. Sometimes it's the passage of time that is needed. But we're going to try to accelerate your healing so that at least you feel a little better. So, most important thing for you to know, above all else, and I want to make sure that you're listening crystal clear, regardless of what happened in your relationship that caused this explosion, it is not your fault. It is absolutely, unequivocally not your fault. His choice. He did this. Something terrible has happened to you. But it is not your fault. I want to make sure that that's crystal clear. That's the position that I come from. The other position that I come from is whether you decide to stay in your relationship or you decide to leave your relationship. My goal for you and my purpose as a guide on your side is for you to heal. That's my purpose. So if you decide to stay or you decide to go, that is your choice. You decide that. That's not me. I want to make sure that that's crystal clear. All righty. So we are going to jump in to the very first module. So again, bold statement, you will heal. So we're going to jump into number 1, present tense, managing your emotions. This is really important. It truly, truly is. And that's why we start here. Why? Because the second we find out about discovery, everything floods in. We get it all. It comes instantaneously. The rage, the crying, the rage, the sadness, the rage. Notice I keep saying rage, rage, rage. Yes, the rage is intense, like nothing else you've ever experienced. The rage, the anger, then fear starts to creep its little head in. Oh, yes, the fear. What now? What am I supposed to do? Do I leave? Do I stay? All the questions start flooding in as well. You are on overwhelm and overload. You cannot make any decisions right now. I know that you want to. I'm leaving. Unless your safety is an issue, if your physical safety is an issue or that of your children, yes, you got to go. You have to find that support that you need. But if that's not the case, a rash decision like that might come back. So you want to pause. And you're going to hear me say that a lot, is to pause, to take a breath, to allow your nervous system to settle down just even a little bit, to settle down. Because what's happening now is you're just flooded. Everything's coming at you all at once. And your whole life flashes before you. All of these various scenes. Well, wait a second. Maybe when that happened, or maybe when this happened, and where you overanalyze everything. It's normal. It's natural. It's what you do. We get it. We've done it. Absolutely. And it's perfectly normal. What I'm advising you to do is to pause, Take a breath. Slow it all down. And you might be thinking, you know what? There are times where I feel like I'm in slow motion, like everything is slowed down. Your sense of reality is just warped. It's like those funny mirrors in the amusement parks. It's all warped. And you see things just, a kaleidoscope is going on. It's okay. It's okay. It's normal. It's absolutely normal. But in order to settle everything down, you need to pause and you need to stay present, present tense. So in your workbook, you have a wonderful workbook dealing with the devastation of your partner's betrayal, what to do when your world falls apart. I refer to this as a growth book. Yes, it is a growth book because as you go through the entire growth book, and we do it together, you will in fact grow and heal. So a couple of questions that I want you to ponder and think about. The first is, what impact has the betrayal had on you? Just a couple of words, write them down. What impact has the betrayal had on you? Yeah, I can think of a couple of words. Oh yeah, absolutely. You might feel like you're going crazy. Yeah. You might feel just an out-of-body experience, like a surreal type of experience. Like, I've never behaved like this. Why am I so angry? Why do I cry? And I not only do I cry, I ugly cry, and why do I rage? And why can't I keep the tone of my voice? I'm shouting and I'm screaming and I'm yelling and I'm an emotional wreck. And suddenly I have road rage. I've never had road rage before, but now everybody's in my way. All these emotions, completely normal. It's completely normal. Why? Something terrible has happened to you. Yes, something terrible has happened to you. And you need to allow your body and your mind, because right now your heart and your head, mind and your heart, completely disconnected. They're completely disconnected. And now we're going to work on connecting them. And in order for them to be connected, you have to stay in the moment. Can't keep going back to the past, and you can't look at the future. No, no, because we don't know what the future is going to hold yet. Why? Because all of the emotions are still racing through you. So we need to slow everything down. Yes, you need to slow it all down. So question number 2. How do you think that you can cope with the pain and the trauma of the betrayal? How do you think at this moment in time how you can cope? Okay. There are a lot of coping strategies because you have been coping with the stress of your life forever. As a child, maybe your coping strategy was sucking your thumb. Maybe it was holding onto a pillow or a trusted stuffed animal. Anytime you felt stress, there was something that you did to pacify yourself. Yes, we've all done it. And then as teenagers, we search for something else. And then as young adults, we search for something else. You always have coping strategies that you use. Well, this is a big one. This is the biggest, most intense thing that you have probably ever gone through. So what are your coping strategies that you've used in the past? Are they going to work for this? Okay. And one of the cautions, and I am going to caution you, is to avoid alcohol or any drug-related items, whether that's over the counter or illicit or anything of that sort, because all that's doing is numbing everything. And I know right now, all you want to do is numb the pain. You want to bury your head in the sand. You want to do betrayal blindness where you don't see what's going on. I get it. I know that. But we have to face this head on, and we're going to face it together. We are. and you will get through this. So let's think of those coping strategies that you have and whether those will work for this particular situation of betrayal. I'll see you next time.